Hello, and thank you for joining me. I'm really excited because tonight I am going to do a little bit different eye look for you. And I'm going to do a different application for how I put on my makeup. So if you are ready, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first things first. Usually I always start with, hold on, there's some people joining us here. Okay, so what I always like to start with is always my eyes. But tonight I feel like switching things up just a little bit. And I'm not going to necessarily start with my eyes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my contour. And if you can believe this is one of my original colors when I first started using Seint. So this color right here, it looks really very pretty light, but it's a really pretty color. It's called Olive. So I have had this small little tin since July. So this will just show you how long this lasts. And what I did is I actually melted this down. So it filled in any holes or anything. I just melted this down over the weekend so I can get even more use out of this. But just so you know, this has lasted me since July. So this gives you a good indication of how long things last. So what I'm going to do is take my detail brush and I'm just going to load up my brush. And what I'm going to do is start contouring. Usually I do not start contouring first, but this just shows you how many different ways you can apply. When I'm doing this contour, I'm just going down right below the cheekbone, okay? Then I'm going to add a little bit more right on the edge of the nose, right there. I'm going to load up my brush a little bit more. I'm going to go under the jawline, both sides. And then adding just a little bit more, and I'm going to go up here on my hairline. Okay, and that's it. So I'm going to blend this all in after I kind of get my main colors on, but that's it. So you can see how I started with just doing my contour. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do, this, oh gosh, I've had this for quite a long time too. This is Wheat. I don't think that I started with this tin. I may have gotten one other tin. So just to also show you how long that lasts. Okay, so next I'm going to take my main highlight color, which was what you would normally think of as your foundation. So what I'm doing is I'm just loading up my brush here. And today, usually I do not put any of this on my eyelid because I usually do an eyelid primer, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to prime my lids with my main highlight color. And then I'm just going to pat this in place. Go on the upper cheek, right below that contour. I'm going to flip this brush around so I can really, I'm going to show you here. So I really can get some more out of here. Okay. Okay. That's all I'm going to use of that. And then I'm going to show you how much of this I've had from the start. This is since I started in July. So, and we're in February. So this just shows you how long I've had this for. This right here is my accent highlight. And this is Aurora that I'm putting on. Picking up my detail brush again. And I am just going to go right in the crease and in the corner of my eyes. I'm going to go take a little bit more down the center of the nose. the sides here. I'm gonna go in the smile line. And I'm gonna put a little on the chin. And that's it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go back to my 3D brush and I am just gonna blend this all in together. I'm gonna go up with my contour, up into the cheeks, blend out the eyes a little bit more, blend out the forehead, come over here, push that up, lift those cheeks up. And then I'm gonna blend down the neck so everything matches. Okay, see how that all just came together? That's it. The next color that I am going to take, because I want to keep this all pretty neutral, the next color that I'm going to go with is my nude Lip+Cheek. I love this color for a Lip+Cheek. It's one of my favorites. It's like I can't get enough. What I'm going to do, just take some over here on my finger. I gotta add a little bit more for this side. And add some to my lips. I'm gonna go back with my 3D brush and just blend this in. Do you know how very subtle all these colors are? Just subtle and natural. Okay, there we go. Everything is done. See how quick that went? Got my cheeks, contour, everything else. That's it. Super simple and quick. Okay, I have discovered this little trick for when I do my eyes. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some setting powder. This right here is a little bit of my e.l.f. setting powder. And I am just going to take my dabble just a little in there, get some of that off. And what I'm gonna do is I have found that this trick works really well for me with helping make my under eyes and everything else stay. Just gonna press this all into place. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so now let's do the eyes. Pretty simple what we're going with. I'm kind of wearing a green top tonight, so what I wanted to do was more of just a little bit more of a muted color. So first things first, I am going to fill in my brows. And as I'm filling in my brows, I have some Tarte brown pomade. And this right here is just what I'm going to use. A very little of this goes a long way. Now, I did buy a Seint, a darker eyeshadow color, because you can fill in your eyes with some eyeshadow. So I am going to, for right now, just use some of my brown pomade. And let's see if I can, hope you guys can see this okay. Just kind of pat this in place, fill in those brows. I also have been using an e.l.f. pencil, but I just ran out of it this morning and don't have a backup. But I will also have to say that this brow pomade that I've been using has lasted forever. And I really like to fill in my brows because I think your brows just make, if you can just even tell a difference. It just makes such a difference with framing out your face. Okay. There you go. That is all it takes. I'm going to show you another technique too of how you can use your eyeshadow. So here we are, not quite as dark as what I like, but I'm going to load my brush here with a little bit of my Philly. And then what I'm going to do is just go ahead and fill in. So just for right now, if you don't have anything for your brows, it is perfectly fine to use a little bit of eyeshadow. This isn't quite my right color, but it gives you guys an idea of how this works. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to use my blush brush. And the first color that I am going to put on here in my blush brush is Stay Golden. So, and that's going to be this color right here. Just give that a swirl, little tap off the excess. What I'm going to do is just place this right on the lid. And I'm going to go, keep my eye open just a little bit here. Just go up a little bit into that crease line. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just get that all going right there. Okay. Okay, that's it. Just loaded it up with a little bit of Stay Golden. Now, the next color, I don't think I've ever used this in a video before. The next color that I'm going to take right here is Bubba. So as I take my Bubba, just going to load the other end of the brush. And this is what I'm going to do right above that my natural crease line. Just take this Bubba and just go right up above. Okay, same thing with the other eye. Going right above my natural crease line. I don't want to put this in the crease because I have a hooded eye. So if I put this in the crease, you wouldn't necessarily see it. So you see how that just lays right there, right up above. See how that's just a very simple neutral eye. I'm gonna flip this end of the brush around. And now just going to blend in. Okay, and that's all that I'm going to do. Now, where the fun part comes in, I'm going to take my color Philly, which is going to be this lighter brown, and I'm taking this end of the brush, a little bit skinnier end. I'll flip this so you can see. Sometimes it's so confusing when you do things backwards. Okay, so I'm just loading up this brush real good. Tapping some of my excess off. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get nice and close in here so you can really see. I am going along the lower lash line here. Okay. And now, I am just going to curve, bring it up. And some more on my brush here. So it's almost like, you know when you see someone do like a winged eyeliner. This is kind of the same principle, but just using your shadow. Now I'm going to take some more, tap a little of the excess off. I'm going to go all along the bottom of the line, the lash line here. Okay, you know, I think I'm going to do this. Take the fluffy end of the brush. Didn't plan on doing this. Still using the Philly, but just going in, making it just a little bit bolder. Right down there. Okay, there we go. Let's do the other eye. Okay, I'm gonna just start off by going on the lower lash line here. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to this brush, load it up with some more of my Philly, and do that same winged effect. So go right on that lower lash, keep it nice and close, like you're lining those lashes. Nice and close, nice and tight. Okay, got to get some more on there. You can just kind of see how I'm just winging it out. Doing a winged out eye look. There. Just like so. And then I'm going to just kind of go. I gotta kind of even these out just a little bit. Let me just look at my mirror here. There you go. Oh, dropped my brush. Okay, now I just want to kind of just go up. Just like so. Pull it out and just kind of make sure it gets all blended in nice. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to take my finger right here, this shimmery, really pretty Bright Eyes. And I'm just going to place this right here because I like just the extra little pop of color that it gives, and I'm just patting it. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I love how soft and luxurious this eyeshadow feels. It's like when you're rubbing your finger on the palette, it feels like it's butter. Okay, that's it. Okay, the next thing that I'm gonna do is this color that I'm super digging right now. Sabrina. I've been using this quite a bit. I go back and forth between using Sabrina and Cupcake when I'm going right under my brow. Okay. See how I just kind of fill that in? It just gives a little bit of extra definition there. Okay, let's do this eye. And just coloring that in. Okay, there we go. We are done with the eyes. Okay, you have heard me talk about this little cheapy find, a little, what's this called? The Sky High by Maybelline. Really nice for the lashes. Inexpensive. I haven't gone to the store very much, but Amazon. Okay, so go ahead. Sometimes I'll also do, which is another one of my favorites, the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Primer. I think that does a really nice job with helping your mascara stay on throughout the day. So just giving this a really good coat of mascara. I think I'm going to go back through, do a second coat on these eyes just to really make them stand out. Now I brought all my makeup downstairs that I was going to use, and I forgot to bring my illuminator. Usually when I'm putting my illuminator on, I like to also put it on under the brow, and I just really like the way it stays on throughout the day and just gives your eyes an extra pop and an extra shimmer. Okay, let's go ahead and do the second coat here. All right, let's go ahead and get this on. Get these lashes nice and coated. Really help give that little bit of pop. Ugh. Of course, look what I did. Oh, hate when that happens. And of course, because I'm not doing my makeup where I have all of my other brushes, normally what you could do is you could take a spoolie, and this works great, and get, this would have just came right off. You wouldn't ever noticed that I did anything. It was a little spoolie, but this works. Okay, we're done. Done with the eye look. Super basic. I'm keeping this very basic tonight. Even though I put some lip and cheek on, what I want to do next is I am going to line my lips. This lip liner that I'm going to use, once again, a cheapie. I don't really, you can spend a lot of money on your lip liner, but I don't really see the point in it. This color that I'm using is a little Wet n Wild. I think it's called Brandy Wine, and I like this color. So let's go ahead and line the lips. Hi, son. Okay. Got the lips lined. They look a little wonky. Let's even them out. That's all we're doing. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do is, I've had this for a while. This is my NYX. The color they call here is Bedtime Flirt. It's a very, fix that. It's a very mattifying. So this really takes a lot of moisture out of your lips. But watch what I'm going to do. Go ahead, just put that on. Okay. Let that set. And then while that's kind of drying in place, there's some things that I really like to use. This right here, this is called City Lips, and it's by City Beauty. I use this tube every night before I go to bed because it has a really nice plumping lip effect. And I've been using this for quite some time. I just ordered some more. But during the day, I also have multiple other colors. So this color right here that I am going to be putting on, it is called Plum Springs. And if you like a matte lip, go ahead, stay with the matte lip. But I don't like a matte lip, so I'm not going to stay with a matte lip. So all that I'm going to do is just take a little bit of this. Okay, that's it. Now, final step, I'm gonna go back to my e.l.f. and I'm just going to go back to the 3D brush, and I'm just going to load this up because remember, cream-based makeup, we need to set this. Get it all set in place. Okay. There we have it, friends. How simple was that look? Even with me talking, that took a whole 26 minutes. It would go by much faster if I was doing this by myself. Not talking, doing commentary, but here we go. Here is a close-up. So you can see the eyes, the little winged effect that we were doing with the eyes. Give you a side view here. The natural nude blush color with a lighter contour. And you know how sometimes I always like to use my 3D brush just to clean anything up? Really nothing needs to be cleaned up. But there you have it. That is the complete look, friends. I hope that you really enjoyed the video. I thank you for taking the time to watch and to join with me. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below, message me. I am here to help. You know what I always love to say. I'm here. I love to talk makeup. I love to help you with your makeup. So if you have any questions about anything, just feel free to let me know. Thank you so much, and you all have a wonderful day. Bye.